What's up, guys? The Fire Brothers here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he's depressed. He couldn't join Hukok. And in case you guys don't know what that is, it's like the little follow Cybertron clan I formed. I actually do a video every Saturday or sometimes Sunday if I'm not able to get the video out on Saturday, where me and my friends play out Transformers Follow Cybertron, the multiplayer servers. Yes, they're in fact back, and if you didn't know that, I'm gonna make a video explaining how you can get the game and the servers running if you already have a copy. Just cause like every time I upload one of those videos, I always see that one comment said like, wait, how the frick are you playing the servers again? And it's like people didn't get the memo, you know? So I'm gonna make a public servers announcement soon. Anyways, small rant aside, also wanna give a small shout out to one of my patrons, FadeLift1987, or as he goes by, Tristan Corey, as he goes to my Patreon. Like, you guys should really just use the same name for all your accounts. It makes it so much easier to keep track of all of you. Recently he did that Transformers Rise of Unicron official reveals, updated and expanded information. I know I haven't talked much about Rise of Unicron lately. I did make that one video talking about the Super Bowl trailer, and a lot of you guys seem to like it. So if you guys want to catch up on everything, and I mean everything, go check out his video. It's actually a very good refresher on the project and, you know, all the progress they made since then. I'm actually working on a big Rise of Unicron update video, and I did watch FadeLift's video too, and that actually really helped me in correcting and just making sure I got some of the info right for my own update video. So while I still try and get mine done, I'd recommend you guys check his if you really want to catch up to the project. Trust me, you won't regret it. Let's talk about some Transformers Rise of Cybertron news. And the reason why I said Rise of Cybertron is because we have both Rise of the Beast and War for Cybertron. Now, I'm a bit late to the news. Well, I think I'm super late to the news. These actually came up yesterday, but yesterday I was out with some friends watching Cocaine Bear. And it was actually a pretty good movie. I actually really liked it. It was really funny. I don't know if you guys know this, but we've been hearing rumors for months. They were mentioning that we were going to get Transformers game characters appear in Studio Series. And we did knew that the War for Cybertron, you know, toys were going to come out. Well, I don't think any of us knew that they were going to come out as part of the Studio Series. That's the weird part. But I'm guessing that much like the 86 line, which, you know, goes over the G1 movie, Studio Series is now expanding to cover a wider set of media. Now they're covering the Cybertron games. Our first character here is Barricade, and damn, he looks good. Now, I know there has been a bit of a minor controversy in which some people are not happy with this design. Not because it looks bad, it's just because, like, if you put this right next to the actual War for Cybertron model, this guy looks a bit fat. You know, he has a lot of parts, and, you know, some people are saying that it doesn't look very accurate. Which, you know, when it comes to Studio Series usually sets the bar for movie or game accuracy. While this barricade does look cool, the vehicle mode is perfect. It's straight up the one from the game. The robot mode is the one that people have problems with. Now, I don't have a problem with this. It's completely fine, you know. When it comes to designs like this, in which, you know, they're very skinny and stuff, you know, it's very hard to, like, nail them one-to-one with the endgame model. Now, something I do want to appreciate is that all the Transformers figures, at least the War for Cybertron ones, come in with this ability to remove the right arm and replace them with a gun from the game. As you guys can see here, Barricade is holding the Neutron Assault Rifle, which, honestly, that's great. I really do hope we get more of the weapons across the multiple releases, because, like, I want to get these guys for two reasons: A, the toys themselves, and B, the weapons. The weapons from Follow Cybertron and War for Cybertron are, in my opinion, so iconic that it's a shame that we haven't gotten them, you know, in toy form since the debut of the games themselves. I actually, in fact, do have the Skywarp 2030's Transformers toy, and the only reason I got him is because I wanted the Neutron Assault Rifle. Such a cool weapon, such an iconic weapon. But yeah, Barricade here looks really cool, and here we can see a better look at the packaging. It says Gamer Edition, which I think that's funny. And yes, the tagline Gamer Edition has been memed to that on Twitter, which I think it's funny. I will definitely be getting Barricade. This is definitely a must-have for me. I love the weapons, I love the vehicle mode, and this actually comes with a backdrop too, which is like the shocking part about it. Now, granted, the Studio Series always does backdrops, but I never thought we'll see the day in which we'll get, you know, War for Cybertron figures and Studio Series, and much less get a War for Cybertron backdrops. It's called Dark Energon. Now, right off the bat, there's actually an error, because the backdrop is supposed to represent one of the, you know, places in which we see, you know, this character in. If you take a close look at the background, this is not the Dark Energon chapter of the game, where it takes place aboard a space station. And also, it's the only level where you play as Barricade. This actually takes place on the Destroy Unicron from Chapter 3, which is called Unicron Destroy. So yeah, a bit of an error there. It's in all honesty not a deal breaker for me. I'm completely fine with that. We had this mistake before in the form of Joel's Studio Series packaging, but it's whatever. We also have Bumblebee, which in my opinion Bumblebee is probably the weakest one out of these three that just got revealed. I mean, he looks good. I see what they tried to do with him, but like, he just looks fat, okay? Like Fat Bee, instead of, you know, the Bumblebee we know from the game. And now granted, the game designs are actually pretty hard to nail down, especially in toy form. There's a reason why the Transformers that we did get translated from game to toy were very mixed. Some were good and some were not that good. However, I do want to point out I really do like Bumblebee's weapons, and again, the weapons are going to be the main reason why I collect these figures. He has like an energon dagger or an energon sword, if you wanna call it that. I think he also has like the little burst rifle, which I always liked. And he also comes with his signature plasma cannon, which is supposed to be reminiscent of the movie one. The vehicle mode, however, the vehicle mode is great. This vehicle mode for Bumblebee is great. I wish the royal mode will be up to par with it. And as you can see here, the backdrop is the Defend Unicron, which is the, you know, first chapter of the game, at least for the Oliva campaign. So that's pretty cool. And lastly, we have Optimus Prime from his War for Cybertron version. A lot of people really do like this Optimus, like more so than the Follow Cybertron one. I always prefer the Follow Cybertron version more, but I get why people like this one more. I think it's a bit more G1 faithful. It comes with his giant axe and his like ion cannon, which if I do get this Optimus, it will just be for those two weapons. This looks really cool. Like, he even goes with a matrix of leadership, and that's also really cool. Oh my god. The nostalgia is hitting me like a train right now. These look amazing and I can't wait to get my hands on them. Unfortunately, we don't have a backdrop for Optimus. We only have one for Barricade and Bumblebee, but it's whatever, you know. It's probably not going to be anything that's too spoilerific or whatever. These figures are available for pre-order right now on Amazon and a bunch of other, you know, TF shopping sources. So if you want to, you know, put your money there so you can get them as soon as they come out, you can totally do so. Now, it's a really good thing that I took a little bit before covering these figures, because we gotten quite a few news since yesterday. Today we got in a little, you know, Instagram look at Bumblebee, you know, the process of making him, the vehicle more like a 3D rendering. He looks good, and we also have some like little statements from the people that make the toy. Hank Samlock on Twitter, which I talked about before, he also gave us the additional info on Terracon Freezer and a bunch of others, made a couple of interesting statements which I want to read out. We try to stick to primary weapons for characters and their chases classes, while avoiding too much duplication to allow for the Phantom to build an armory across the line. There's quite a massive weapon system for the game. We decided to launch with the High Moon Games, plural, keep that in mind, that's very important. But at this point, I would say we're not limited to that as a property. Which games / characters could you like to see in the line? So, from what I'm getting from this statement is that A, we're gonna get all the weapons from the games, and that's sick. Honestly, that's a dream come true. And the second statement is also very important. He mentioned the High Moon Games. Now, the High Moon Games are War for Cybertron, Follow Cybertron, and Dark of the Moon. And considering that Rise of the Darkspark is not exactly a High Moon game, it has High Moon assets, but it's not a game per se. I don't think we'll see anything from that game anytime soon. Then again, when it comes to Rise of the Darkspark, we're not really missing much. New thing they could do from Rise of the Darkspark will probably be Lockdown's mercenary characters. If they do make toys for Rise of the Darkspark, the only thing they could realistically do that other games don't have would be the mercenary army that Lockdown has in that game. Because every other character there either appears in War for Cybertron and Follow Cybertron, or is just straight up a movie character, in which case they already appear in the mainline Studio Series toys. Also, King Samlock replied to someone who was just asking about, you know, movieverse characters like Breakaway, Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, and so on. And King Samlock responded with, if there's enough demand for it, I would sure hope so. I call dibs on Dark of the Moon Warpath. So, it looks like at the moment, they are just focusing on War for Cybertron and Follow Cybertron. So nothing for Dark of the Moon just yet, but this is straight up King Samlock saying, yeah, if there's demand for Dark of the Moon stuff and, you know, movieverse characters are game exclusive, sure, we'll do more. And if we do them, Dark of the Moon Warpath will probably be the first one we do. And My boy Kim Sandlock, you got a deal. Guys, let's start the movement. Hashtag Dark of the Moon Warpath for Studio Series right now in the comments down below if you want this guy to get his own Studio Series figure. My god. Dark of the Moon Warpath is one of the most underrated like movieverse designs of all time. It's such a cool, simplistic design while keeping the big aesthetic. I just love so much, and I will love to see a toy of that be made for Studio Series. We will have to wait and see what the future holds, but for now I'm really happy with the new direction that Studio Series is taking in regards to the game characters. And since we know War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron characters are the ones that are top priority right now, I want a Titan Triptychon, I want the Lux class RC, the Lux class Slipstream, Voyager class War for Cybertron Soundwave, all the Fall of Cybertron Dinobots, and of course a new Fall of Cybertron Bruticus to replace the one I already have, which in all honesty is not that good of a figure. So that's my wish list right now. Kim Sandlock, Hasbro, make it happen. But anyways, now we have some Rise of the Beast news. Now, unlike the last time I talked about Rise of the Beast, we don't really have anything spectacular to show and stuff. After the Kids' Choice Awards, nothing was revealed and nothing else happened. But we do have some minor news. According to Geek Culture and UIP Singapore, they are currently hosting an unveiling of 2 life-size statues of 2 Transformers Rise of the Beast characters. We aren't sure of what characters these will be, but on March 16, expect to see images of 2 massive statues of our bots. We don't exactly know who these characters are. Some people are saying, oh, maybe this is Wheeljack and RC, or a better look at Mirage, one of the Terrorcons. In all honesty, I don't think so. If we're gonna see anyone, it's probably gonna be Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, or Optimus Prime and Optimus Prime. It's gonna be either or. So, mark your calendars for when that day hits, because as soon as it does, I'm gonna be proven right and I'm gonna be playing this clip right here. But besides that, that's not our last bit of Rise of the Beast news. Transformers Rise of the Beast will be present at CinemaCon again this year. As expected, there will be a special presentation for Rise of the Beast at CinemaCon on April 26th. We still don't exactly know what to make of it. We might see some new footage or maybe even a whole new trailer. But CinemaCon is actually a pretty big event. If you guys don't remember, about a year ago, when we had the last CinemaCon, I actually made a video on it, and that's where we got our first reports on the newest Rise of the Beast, trailer. They showcased some quick glimpses of the trailer months before it even got released, and while the public didn't exactly get to see the new footage, the reports that we did get from the people, present at the event actually did match what we ended up getting months later in the actual trailer, like RC holding on to Wheeljack, a small shot of Optimus Prime aiming his gun, and stuff like that. CinemaCon got to see this months in advance. They might show some new footage there, and I think they'll just release it to the public. Like, last time they were just buying for time because the movie was delayed by a whole year and they probably didn't want to show the trailer that early, which is why it took them so long to release the first trailer. But this CinemaCon is for next month, April, just barely 2 months away from the actual release of the movie, and we still haven't gotten our second trailer yet, which is honestly, I find that the most shocking part, because we're not that far away from June right now. Like, the year's moving fast. If anything, it feels like the marketing has kind of slowed down instead of advancing. Like, it was getting a lot of momentum in December, then in the early, months of 2023, and now it's like we're slowing down again. When I feel this is the time, it should be, all hands on deck. But, it's fine, it's whatever. Maybe they just want to wait a little longer. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it kind of sucks that we'll probably have to wait another month for the second trailer. But on the other hand, at least we have War for Cybertron, Earthspark, and whatever other stuff Hasbro has cooked up for us with Reactivate just around the horizon. So we're not exactly gonna be starving anytime soon. But yeah, do you think we'll see the second trailer at CinemaCon or even before it? And what are your thoughts on the Studio Series line moving to video game characters? Personally, I'm very happy with that because the High Moon character designs are some of the best designs of the franchise. I think most of them look pretty cool. It's gonna be a bit rough to translate them to toy form, especially if Bumblebee and Barricade or anything to go by. It looks like some compromises will have to be made. But honestly, I don't exactly blame the production team, because if you remember when Studio Series first came out, the first line of toys, they weren't all exactly perfect. Some had imperfections here and there. It didn't look one-to-one with the movies, and it did took Studio Series a while to perfect the movie formula and give us toys that are honestly very, very good. So it's just something that, you know, we'll have to be patient. So if some of these figures do end up looking a bit rough at the beginning, just give them some time. They're gonna find their footing, and then we're gonna get greatness later on. But yeah, these are some pretty exciting times. In all honesty, I can't wait to get my hands on some of these guys. If you guys want to help me with that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, donate to my Patreon, and do all that jazz so I can afford some of these figures, because I'm dirt poor. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe guys. Anyways guys, before we go, shout out to our incredible Patreons: Xavier the God, Stitch Productions, Scrub Lordo, Allspark Studio, Epic Nin, Lord Racer, Transformers Gears and Brawn, Optination Review, Joshua, James Newbold, Predator King Hunter Plays, Omega Trial 2006, Namek High, The Diamond Curse Productions, DJ Universe, and the newcomers Tristan Curry, Ben's Prince, and Super Sailor Former's Hedgehog. I need some air. And also Stellar, who just became my newest patron. And future Hugo Hulk member Cuber9 Gaming. What's up with everyone donating to the Patreon all of a sudden? And an even bigger shout out to our even bigger patrons, Jordan the Great and X23, who donated a amount of money. If you guys want to shout out yourselves, all you gotta do is donate to my Patreon. If you donate to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get to collab with me in some of my videos, you can request some artwork from me, you get special access to some of my videos early, you get a glimpse of some of the stuff I'm currently working on behind the scenes, suggest your own videos, new episodes on series I'm making on, and a bunch of other cool stuff that I haven't revealed to the public yet. But keep in mind that all of this is completely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. Make sure to go check out their channels. They're gonna be listed in the description down below. A lot of them make some really cool content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe guys.